G'day guys, welcome back to another episode of Pisser Broke 4x4. Today we're talking about the Suzuki Jimny clutch. Now they're a bit average, the stock clutches. Mine thrower bearing shagged itself after only 50,000 kilometers. And so I replaced the whole thing with the Nexity clutch, and it's been great 45,000 kilometers later, because my car is about 95,000 k's on it now. I do a lot of driving with it, and it's been absolutely fine. Now I upgraded to heavy duty clutch because obviously you guys know I have a lot of gear on my Jimny. I've got the bigger tyres, going remote, towing the camping trailer. I think you need a good quality heavy clutch that can actually handle it. And yeah, so if you do similar stuff to me, even just have a Jimny with a bit of gear on it, it's probably no brainer to go a heavy duty XD clutch. Right guys, now if your clutch begins to feel like this, there's no need to worry, it is all good. It should be just a slave cylinder, right? So you got a normal slave cylinder on the side of the bell housing of the gearbox. Okay, it's got a little boot, and it's literally got a little lever. There's another lever that comes out of the bell housing, and it's little arm, it literally looks like this. It just has a little indent and goes in like that, and it moves around when it engages the clutch, right? If you do a lot of four-wheel driving, eventually the grease is going to go weak, and metal on metal, it's going to be rough, alright? So all we're doing today is just greasing that little bit up, and that's it. It'll work like this. So yeah, it's a pretty easy fix. Righto guys, 2 tips, then I'll run you through everything you need. Tip number 1, make sure you don't strip the bolt. Do not strip the bolt, okay? You do need an ugger dugger to get them undone, and a ferrule ugger dugger to get them tightened back up again, okay? And just, yeah, please don't strip them, because without your slave cylinder working properly, like loose bolts or anything like that, it's not going to work properly. Your clutch won't engage properly, your grind gears, anything like that. Okay. Tip number 2 is make sure no one presses the clutch in when you have the slave cylinder off. You will bugger the slave cylinder. Okay. I can't remember what happens. It ruins it, makes it leak, and with a leaking slave cylinder, your clutch won't work properly, right? Just make sure you don't strip the bolts, and make sure no one presses the clutch pedal in when you have the slave cylinder off. Otherwise, you should be fine. Right guys, let's run through everything you need. Well, I've got it on me, the 3/8 ratchet I think is better. Any bigger, too big, 1/4 inch, you could do it, but I think a 3/8 is better. So this is a Stanley 3/8 ratchet with a 12mm socket, okay? A rag of course, wipe your fingers because you need traction, okay? You need that traction when you bloody tighten up your slave again. And of course there's a bit of grease. This is King Chrome high temp bearing grease from Bunnings. You don't need a lot of grease either, it's only a couple of dabs, and that's about it. If you want to be nice to yourself, or if you live on dirt like me, put something down so you can lay on it, so you're not just on the dirt or anything like that. And if your Jimny's stock, or if you're a bigger person, anything like that, jack the front up, okay? Trust me, it's worth it. Right guys, that's all from me, let's go get it done. Alright guys, run to the Jimny. As you can see, slave cylinder, that bolt there, and that bolt there is what you need to undo. Righty go. This is on the right side of the bell housing, as you can see. There's a little boot that I was talking about before. If that pops off, don't need to worry guys, you just pop it back on, it just sits on there. This is that little arm going to that little indent. Okay, that's a little indent in there, and that's what moves around, which is why you need to grease it. Okay, sort of moves around a little bit. If you've left this going for like half an hour, it's still going to be a bit warm, so be mindful of that. And the exhaust is still going to be hot. Alright guys, I'll take this bolt off and I'll show you what to do next. Alright guys, you can see I've taken that bolt out and I've loosened that one at the top. Once it looks like this, don't need to worry. See, that's on skew with angle, there's no need to worry, alright? That's perfectly normal. Alright, let's get this other bolt off. Alright guys, as you can see the slave cylinder is off. Once it falls off, it'll find its angle there. Alright guys, see that little end there? That's literally all it is, that's all you're greasing. Right, that little end, see that little engravement in there? That's where it goes into. Yeah, just make sure this sits flush, like flat, when you put it back into. So that's where it is there, that's good. Where's the, see how it won't move now? That's what you want. Alright guys, so stuck a little bit of grease in there, alright? Maybe a little bit on your little knob here, and yeah, that should be alright. See, there's only a little dab on there, it's all you need. What was that? Clean up your hand, alright, so it's not slippery with the grease on it. Because now it's time to put this back together. If you can, put them back in the same spot that you took them out of. Start off with this bottom one first, alright? Alright guys, this is a good view for you. So, put your little in there, right? You do have to push on the slave a bit, so you're going to need 2 hands for this. At the same time, try and screw in. Yep, there we go. Perfect. That actually worked out really well. See? Tighten it up a little bit, just so you know it won't come loose. That'll be fine. Yeah, this might prove to be a little difficult to try and show you guys. But top, bolt in. You'll know when it's in, guys, so push on the bolt at the same time as moving the slave cylinder in, and then once it's tightened up, it'll straighten up just like that. And then that'll be it. Oops. There we go. And like I said, do it tight. Give it a good ugga dugga. There we go. Perfect. And that's it, guys. Simple as that. It's all done. Just another view for you. So as you can see, it's all greased up. And she's all tight and ready to go. I got lucky. The boot didn't come off. But like I said, guys, if that boot does come off, it just slides back over the top. You'll see where it sits. Right, guys, thanks for watching. I hope that helps you out a bit. I apologise if that doesn't fix your issue. If that does not fix your issue, then get a mechanic to look at it. Okay, it could be something like the brake fluid. Okay, that's what the slave cylinder works off, is brake fluid. That could have gone weak, you may need to bleed it again. It could also be the master cylinder, could be slave cylinder itself. Okay, these are sort of the 3 things before you start looking into the clutch. Okay, so yeah, fingers crossed that fixes your issue. If it doesn't, I apologise. But yeah, right guys, thanks for watching. Take care now, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.